All right, here we go. The process of removing the drive axle of the 1995 Prevost Country Coach. Joe, say hi to the fans.
Hello, everybody.
Joe is a Prevost chassis expert extraordinaire. And I asked him, how do you tow a bus? So as part of working on it, this, we have to take the drive axles
No
out
washer.
Anyway.
No washer on this one.
Okay, that's bad. Should be a lock washer there. But you
Because it's some schnook pre-assembler.
You have to
Last guy put that together. Had no manners.
You have to pull these drive axles out on both sides to be able to tow the bus, and then you put a cap over this, I guess is what he told me. We have to get some caps.
People make them out of paper plates. Tow truck drivers take paper plates and put them on here, and pieces of plastic. It doesn't take much to seal this up to keep the oil in when you're towing it. There's little cones in here that center this axle. These are being very cooperative on this chassis. Sometimes these cones get really stuck in here. They're soft, and when you tighten them down, they actually create like threads on them. Now see, those are loose, but still, generally speaking, normally I don't get any of these cones out static like this before you take Bertha to it. And you knock it, and that knocks them loose. And again, that was very gentle persuasion that I'm having to do on this particular chassis to get these out. It's not uncommon to beat the hell out of this and still not be able to get some of these out. You got just enough of a collar sticking out that you can grab them, and you got to turn them like they're threaded to back them out. And there you go. But don't drop it in the oil. And we have one Mac Daddy drive axle. These axles on these buses are totally overkill. This is almost twice the mass of an axle you see out of a truck. You could pull a tank through the mud with an axle like this. You'll never twist this axle. There's holes in the end of this flange that are threaded. See them? And supposedly they're there when the cones get stuck. You can run bolts in there, and it drives this off the flange. But don't ever do that, because all that happens if these cones are stuck and you start using these, you just wedge them in tighter. I never use these. Use a hammer and a pair of pliers. But this one came out really, really easy. It's not uncommon for me to spend an hour getting one of these out on one that doesn't cooperate, and it's probably 25 or 30% of the time on the older chassis. And that's what you got.